Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk Start Collecting Umbra Turris by Spellcrow Games. Now in this video we're going to talk about the Northern Dwarves and focus a little bit on their starter set, which contains 6 amazing Northern Dwarf miniatures that include models suitable to represent both your leader and a mage or priest option for the faction. Now in this video we're going to talk a little bit about the Northern Dwarves and talk about what they sort of do on the tabletop and some rules they have, before looking at some other races we can use to expand upon this faction. Now, we'll then finish off the video showing you a level 750 Dragon Coin army list, Dragon Coins being this game's equivalent of points, and hopefully give you some inspiration for starting your own Northern Dwarves faction for Umbra Turris. So with that all said, the Northern Dwarves. First of all, Dwarves share a profile regardless of which type of Dwarf they are. So we're going to have Leadership 5 with Movement 15, Weapon Skill 7, Strength 8, which is really solid, Speed 6, Ballistic Skill 7, Toughness 8, and 8 Wounds. So Dwarves are really good offensively and defensively. They've got nice, solid combat stats. Their support stats like Leadership and, Speed aren't necessarily the best. And Weapon Skill 7 is pretty high as well. It's as good as most races get in Umbra Turris as well. Now the Northern Dwarves are one of 2 types of Dwarves available in the game, the other one being the Thargamine Dwarves, which we've already done a video on. You can go check that out previously. But the Northern Dwarves, they have the alignment of Anarchist and Evil. So they've got their own rule called Vengeful, where if a Northern Dwarf loses 2 or more wounds, they'll gain a +2 to power strikes until the end of the cycle. Meaning you effectively hurt them, they hurt you back even more. They don't like being hit, they get angry as you start hitting them. Which is a pretty solid rule. Like, you've got a lot of combat focus, you've got good weapon skill, high strength, and good toughness in there as well. So you shouldn't be taking too many wounds. 2 wounds is all you need to take in order for that damage there. Having maybe some healers and stuff in your force as well is really nice. Along with this, the fact that you can sort of keep taking those wounds and be able to get your bonus for it. Now, if we're looking at where to go next in the faction, humans, straight away, they're always the first suggestion for me whenever you're looking to expand upon your force. Humans are a great way to get some extra faction models in from alternate races. Now, there are 5 types of humans in the game, and all of them can be from any alignment that you want. They'll provide a variety of different things. Some of them complement nicely with the Northern Dwarves, and some of them are, maybe what the Northern Dwarves are already doing. So you've got the people of Morton, where if they're charged and attacked with a normal or power strike, they can lower the damage coming into them. The people of Borea can, if we've got a Borean as your party leader, they can reroll any ones while making a leadership test during the initiative phase, and orders issued to Boreans may be rerolled. The people of Vartevia as well, they can effectively fight when they die. And the people of Estania can reroll ones when making precision strikes, but they can't be Paladins, Knights, or Black Knights. And the people of Undor, they get +1 strength when charging, but they can't wear any heavy armor, and they can also not be Paladins, Order Knights, or Black Knights either. Now the Dark Elves are the type of elf we can ally in with our Northern Dwarves. They've got the Fierce Charge rule, where they add a +1 to normal or precision strikes when charging. So they complement the fact of our Northern Dwarves pretty well. Getting those bonuses in there when charging, where the Northern Dwarves can sort of sit back, take the hit. They go nicely with the Dark Elves actually making the charges. Now we can also take Hobgoblins in the force as well, which are a really interesting race. They've got the Destiny ability, which is really fun. Any successful spell or ranged attack against any hero made with an enemy within 20 centimeters of a Hobgoblin may be cancelled. On a d6, you roll a dice, and on a 5+, the magic is dissolved or the shot misses, so they can effectively ignore a bunch of stuff. Now the last faction to talk about are the Black Orcs. These are really fun. So Black Orcs have the Mutilate rule, where instead of using a weapon, a Black Orc can use its natural weapon Fangs and Claws when charging. Such an attack grants them +3 to any normal strike, and it can result in a critical strike. So they're really solid fighters. They've also got a really good fighting profile there as well. Pretty similar to our Dwarves. Now they've got Leadership 5, Movement 10, Weapon Skill 6, but Strength 9, Speed 6, Ballistic Skill 5, Toughness 8, and 9 Wounds. Now they are a restricted race. This means you can have up to a maximum of 2 Black Orcs within your party. And so here we have our Northern Dwarf party. We've gone for the alignment Evil here. We spent 749 of our Dragon Coins. Now our leader is going to be from the profession Berserker. They get the Battle Frenzy ability, where if Berserker loses 2 or more wounds in any situation that does not have an action dice anymore, you roll a d6 on a 3+, they gain an action dice. Now, straight away, this is, you lose 2 or more wounds. Straight away, you get bonuses from your Northern Dwarves ability, so this just, doubles down on what your Northern Dwarf is already doing. So as soon as you lose 2 walls, you're going to get an action dice back if you don't already have one, but then you're also going to get, those bonuses to your strikes as well, which I think is really cool. Now, we've gone for a Great Axe, a Leather Shirt, and Leather Greaves on this model. And then we're also going to take a Talisman of Destiny, where the hero that uses the Talisman when he wounds an enemy or receives any wounds on a 4+, you can increase or decrease the wounds suffered or taken by the enemy by 4. Our second Northern Dwarf is pretty simple. They're just going to be a Wizard. A Wizard can choose 2 domains of magic before the battle begins. Just pretty simple there. They get, the highest sort of access to the different domains of magic. Normally, most other mage type classes only get 1, but Wizards, they sort of drop all other abilities to enable them to get 2. Now, he's got Staff, Leather Shirt, Leather Greaves, and Glass, which is really fun. This can potentially shine in your opponent's eyes and stop them from being able to shoot your model as easily. We then have a Gunsmith. Gunsmiths are really fun, as you might expect. Their whole thing is about bringing guns to the table. Now, the Gunsmith's ability will allow them to fire any weapon with the faulty rule, so any firearm with the faulty rule that's possessed by them will only wound the owner on a 6+ rather than a 4+. In addition, when making a ranged attack, a gunsmith can move up to their speed in centimeters, and when firing a firearm, a gunsmith gains +1 to all hit rolls for it. So they can move and fire around the table with a variety of different guns, which is really cool. Now, we've gone for putting the big gun on him, and we've got a knife. This is his second weapon, so that does mean it triples in cost. Light helmet, leather shirt, and leather greaves, and then a Talisman of Destiny as well to increase or decrease damage as we see fit. Our next Northern Dwarf is going to be a Gladiator. Now, Gladiators are really cool. They fight nicely with a shield. So any shield wielded by a Gladiator has a +1 bonus. And if an attack by the Gladiator is parried, roll a d6 on a 3+, the enemy loses 1 wound. Also, Arm offers no protection against any Gladiator strikes, as they know exactly where to hit. He himself, he's going to have an axe, a light shield, leather shirt, leather greaves, and then we're going to take the Battle Relic on our Gladiator as well, which is cool. So the Battle Relic, what it's going to allow us to do is the hero can use this as a minor action, and until the end of the cycle, one of his characteristics is increased by 2, which is really fun. Lastly, our last 2 Northern Dwarves will be the same. They're both going to be Barbarians. They gain +1 to their strength in close combat, but they can't wear any heavy armor. They're going to be equipped with hammers, leather greaves, and both of them with a healing potion there. So all in all, a really fun mixed bag force for the Northern Dwarves to take to the field with. I think, you've got some really good solid combat. Your ability with a Wizard Mage to have a couple of different domains of magic is nice. And the Gunsmith also provides you with some nice shooting potential as well. If you've been playing Umbra Turris, if you've played with the Northern Dwarves, let us know how you've been going down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also, down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, or by grabbing some merch from either Ko-fi or Teespring. All of these are the best ways to help support the channel, and it means the world to us that people do choose to help support us. Now, as a special thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Kevin Bowman, Iron Grinch, and Nuffs. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, Dave Crozier, Dylan Areno, and James Tillman. And lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and indeed pick up the stickers of the amazing artwork or the amazing artwork on our merch as well if you want to. But thank you once again, everyone, and a special thanks as well to everyone who helps support the channel and to all those who come and help with the channel, be the people that come and do battle reports or indeed those that are managing our Discord server. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.